this is objective 3, day 1. This is the last two problems in this homework. So we have two equations that we have to write for this one. And the answers you should have gotten were 7 was B and 8 was C. Okay, so for number 7, which equation describes the line that passes through this point? Remember, this is your x and this is your y, and is parallel to this. Okay, so we're going to work with this x, y first. That's the easiest way because you don't have to solve any equations just yet. And we're going to just use substitution. So for example, if we look at A, I'm going to write it out with parentheses first, and I'm going to plug in a 7 in place of the y and a 4 in place of the x. So 7 equals negative 12 plus 19, which equals 7. So that works. A could work. Let's look at the next one. Actually, these parentheses equals 3, parentheses minus 5. So we put in 4 for the x and 7 for the y. That becomes 12 minus 5 equals 7. So that also works. Let's try the next one. I'm going to erase some of this. Okay, so the next one we have I'm going to put a 4 here and a 7 here, and that gives me 4 thirds plus 5 and 2 thirds. I'm going to change this 5 and 2 thirds into an improper fraction, so 5 times 3 is 15, plus 2 is 17. Okay. And so 17 plus 4 is 21 over 3, which equals 7, so that works. And then the last one, I'm going to do the same thing. We have 7 there and 4 there. So 7 equals negative 4 over 3. I'm going to make this improper. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 1 is 25. And so you still get 21 over 3, which is 7. So we know that all of them are going to be passing through this point. Okay, so all we need to rule out then is the one that has the right slope, and then you'll have your answer. But it's always good to try plugging them in first, because a lot of times one or two of them won't work and you'll be able to rule out an answer right off the bat. Okay, so now we're going to work with the slope. So we have negative 3x plus 4y equals 4. So I got that from right here. And I need the y to be by itself. We're looking for this value right here. Okay, so I'm going to add 3x to both sides. Y equals 4 plus 3x, which means that's my slope. It's a positive 3. So remember that anytime you have two lines that are parallel, oops, sorry, I can't see very well. Parallel lines have the same slope always. So that's something worth writing down and remembering. If they're parallel, it's going to be the same slope. So if this guy has a slope of m equals 3, you're looking for the one here that has a slope of 3. This doesn't work because it's negative 3. This, obviously, both of those don't work either, and so your answer is B. Whoops, went the wrong way. Okay, and then number 8, what is the equation of the line that passes through this point and has this y-intercept? So y-intercept, remember, is this number, and so this is wrong because that's got a 9 there. All the rest have a 5 in the right place, so that's done. And so from here, just like we started with number 7, we're going to substitute in. If we have 9, 2, this is my x, this is my y. So we're just going to plug them in. Let's try A first. 1/3 of 9 plus 5 should equal 2 if we have it right, because we want a 2 when we plug in 9. So 1/3 of 9 is 3, plus 5 equals 2 is not true, that's 8. So A is out. Let's try B. Y equals 2. Uh-oh, I'm running out of space here. y equals 2 times 9 plus 5. So this is 18. 2 times 9 is 18, and then 18 plus 5 gives us 23. But we should have gotten the 2, so that also doesn't work. I'm going to clear off space on here. Okay, we try C. Y equals negative 1/3 times 9 plus 5. And so we get negative 3 is this, plus 5. Negative 3 plus 5 is 2, which is exactly what we were looking for. So that does work. And then just for fun, if we do the last one, y equals 5 times 9 plus 9, here we get 45. And so that's 54, which is definitely not 2. So that one's out.